champion's going to work. Punch her behind the big shot and Torn get out of there with the champion heavy hits.
Can throw, we know that, and Steven can throw, we know that. So we haven't seen a knockout yet tonight. This could definitely be the knockout that starts our evening off with the knockouts.
Loman in the Team Lakay red, Braca in the white with black trim.
Braca's a very interesting fighter, James. With this stance, is not the typical Filipino boxer type background. He's not the typical brawler when it comes to fighting, but he has heavy hands. The way he holds himself, you could tell that he is an old, like you said earlier, a legacy member with that fight mentality.
Ooh, strong inside leg kick.
Solid. He's going right leg, left leg. I love that step-in kick, what he does with his left leg after he goes to with the inner thigh with his right leg.
Oh, Loman gets him back, though. It's a kicking battle early in round number 1. Opponent here in round number 1. Ooh, kicked out, checked. Oh, excellent.
Down, nice.
Excellent move there by Ernie Braca, almost
Loman
taking him down.
Puts him right up on the fence there. He's pulling as he goes down.
That's trademark Team Lakay.
Oh, yeah.
Take down in the ground and pound.
Yeah, back to talking about the boxing of these guys. I'd really like to see it in our maybe a couple of next shows, James, if we can finally get some stats for these guys for their reach, because right now I would say that Braca probably has a 3 to 4 inch reach advantage over Loman. That's one of the stats that we don't usually take, but it's kind of interesting. Sometimes we see these tall guys with a shorter reach advantage, and they're saying it's these short guys with a long reach advantage. Right now, though, it doesn't really matter. When you're on the ground, you have no advantage whatsoever unless you're ready to go. This fight coming from that last fight that he had that was pretty hard on him also. But this is Braca's actually hits his 5th PXC, so I would consider in the PXC for a Filipino, you'd consider him a veteran in the PXC after 5 fights. Well, this is his 5th fight.
Oh, but Loman raining down the pain.
Win or lose, you're always learning. So these guys, they take away from, let's say you win and you learn. You don't win and lose, you win and you learn. So these guys are always taken away from what they see and what they experience. Wow, as Loman comes with a right hammer fist, taking the back of Ernie Braca as Ernie tries to go back up his feet. Straight back down. And it's
in. Dangerous for Loman. Braca now, flattened out. Survival mode for Ernie Braca.
It wasn't under the chin. Wow. This is the maturity level of fighters after they've had so many fights. They start to learn the ins and outs of what the fight game really is. Knowing that, yeah, you might get that lucky punch, that one punch every once in a while, but it's what happens after that actually matters. And these guys are learning, we're still in the baby stages in Philippine MMA. And masasabi ko lang talaga is we're going to step up. We're going to get to that next level. One of the things we talked about as we watch this action here is that in the press con, we talked about how Philippine MMA is evolving into something better. And we can definitely, just as Manny Pacquiao climbed the ranks, our Filipino fighters can definitely step out and make a name for Philippine MMA around the world.
Loman now in side control. Braca's been trying to slide out of it.
He's staying active, though. He's getting little elbows in. He's holding him close, making his breathing hard. He's making him work. He's not just giving up, giving it in, give it up. He's working off his back. But the reluctancy of, he's just relentless and pushing there.
Braca now trying to twist his way out of it, but blocked again. Oh, full mount by Loman. Dangerous position. Loman hammer fist.
That's the best we've actually seen from Braca with that long arms. Did you see that? He didn't use his legs to get out of that. He used his arms. But Loman is still just pounding away. Inch by inch. Just stroke. Braca needs that stand-up game. That's what he does. And he finally connected and busted up the face. Opened up a cut as Stephen Loman goes for a takedown.
Better defense this time by Braca.
Yeah, he actually turns it and puts Stephen Loman on the fence. But we need to see Braca open up with some elbows here. Get out of this clinch. Here we go, break it, and exit with an elbow.
Well, this is going to be dangerous for Loman because that stings the ice.
Oh, and if it starts going in your mouth, James, you swallow your blood, it just automatically disgusts you right away. It's just something about blood, just in your system. It really messes with your brain. It messes with your lungs, the way you breathe.
Braca now getting some second wind after opening that cut on the forehead of Loman.
Wow, it's in the center of his head.
Couldn't pass guard there.
Really thought we were going to see a knockout in this fight with these two guys that are known to knock people out.
Under a minute remaining in round number 3.
They haven't slowed down. And right now, we're looking at a sure win for Team Lakai's Stephen Loman as he just kept on taking down and kept on pounding away.
He spent considerable time in dominant position and has been the aggressor for majority of this fight. 30 seconds remaining in round number 3. Make or break time for Ernie Braca.
And as I begin to look around, James, we got a pretty packed house, full house with every color in the world could possibly be here. We got it. Red, yellow, black, and white. We are all precious in His sight. That's a great song, man. These guys are going to war, though. Ooh.
Oh! He thought he knocked him out.
No, he thought
Loman
it was the end.
celebrated too early.
He thought it was the end of the match there.
Stephen Loman! 5 rounds, bantamweight action, tail of the tape. 8 years younger is Stephen Loman, just a young prodigy. He's going to give up a little bit of height and reach. This should be a tremendous matchup.
Finally.
Yes, sir. In the red, of course, that is Stephen Loman. In the black, Gudarshan Mangat.
Gurdashan coming in, taking in the center of the cage.
Talk about that style of wrestling that we see from Stephen Loman, that wushu sanda. Break it down, bro.
I train with 2 Dagestani guys that are, really heavy into wushu sanda, and it's very tough to deal with. They're very athletic, very unorthodox. If we could see some of that stuff today, I'll be looking for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, it's very different than the American wrestling style. Like the difference between that and the Dagestani style of wrestling. It takes some time to get used to it. So it might be something that Gurdashan might not be ready for.
Huge that was there. A beautiful left from Stephen Loman.
Right behind the double jab.
That was wonderful.
Good setup from the veteran Stephen Loman.
Ooh, nice body kick.
Oh, and Mangat floors.
Jump right on him.
Stephen Loman scrambles up to his feet quickly.
Loman showed some good balance in his last fight with us. Gurdashan's running all over him. I spoke with Gurdashan on one of the rides here to the hotel, and he was telling me, how I asked him, how do you see you in this fight? How do you see you finish him, or what do you say? I'm gonna take him down, and I'm gonna submit him. So look for the submission here from Gurdashan. He's looking for it.
See if the game plan can come true for Garrett Mangat.
He's definitely putting the pressure on Loman here.
How big was that signing? I know, when we signed Gurdashan to Brave Combat Federation, it made huge headlines all over the world, especially in India and just all over the place. He was just a huge prospect.
Yeah, huge number of fans showed up from India when we took Brave to India. There was a lot of people out there cheering, and it was great to see him, perform really well in front of his crowd.
That's when we had the other Alex Soto Ramaretti on commentary.
That's right.
Couldn't tell you two apart.
Yeah. Loman's doing some good switching stance, movement.
Loman has some good speed too behind his strikes.
Yeah.
It's something you got to remember when you get into these title fights. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon sometimes. You got to talk about a war. You're talking about 25 minutes of fighting. You've been in a ton of those, Frankie. Just talk about that difference going from the 3 to the 5.
For me, the difference is the preparation for it. Fighting.
Oh, huge takedown.
Big left hand.
Loman with another shot.
Oh,
he drops him.
The sniper's about to take him out. It's
Sniper
over.
cuts it over. The
Stephen
new champion.
Wow.
Finishes in the first round.
Soon to the Philippines, but until then, this is as close as we can get. There's a huge Filipino contingent in this crowd.
Shorty, this must be one you're quite interested in, given Loman's background as a Wushu Sanda expert.
Yeah, I mean, overall for me, I commentated the very first Brave event where Stephen Loman fought Franz Malambo the very first time, and he came back from adversity after, I believe, breaking his nose in the first round and then just pushing forward and finally getting the win. And Felipe Efren fought with me back in Titan FC, and given it didn't work on his favor, but I saw that with Franz Malambo firsthand, so I never, put that guy out of the game. But Felipe Efren showing he's bigger, possibly even stronger, and a little more technical on the feet.
Felipe doing a good job of just circling, keeping the pressure on Loman, making the cage small when he has to.
Felipe's a little more aggressive, or usually a little more aggressive, but he's facing a wrestler.
Yeah.
So the fact is, you don't want to, we saw in the last fight, don't push too forward, don't push too hard or aggressive, because you'll get taken down.
These two gentlemen were posing for pictures earlier in the week, showing what this sport's really all about, which is sportsmanship, character, courage.
Well, it's a lot of camaraderie. There's no reason to do all the smack talk. Our smack talk is done with our fists, our knees, our elbows, and so be it so much more inside the cage. So we're just going to do our job. It's it's just business, nothing personal. I always say for my competitors is we're all after the same goal. It just so happens that we're all on each other's way.
Perfectly put.
Oh, beautiful right hand. Oh. And when we have a counter fighter in Felipe Efren, he is eventually gonna get hit by punches if you throw combinations.
Oh my goodness!
Martin, how tight is this?
That looks pretty tight.
Loman staying nice and calm, not immediately going to the hand, so I don't know how tight it is.
Mark Goddard on it. Referee's making sure neither fighter's in danger.
Mark Goddard doing a phenomenal job trying to see if his opponent is a sleeper now.
Efrain showing incredible power with that core, not letting his opponent move.
Felipe Efren needs to get on his side so he can arch all the way. If he stays on his back, it's all muscle strength right here. There's only so far your body can extend. Felipe needs to get that right hip down like he's doing right there. Now he can extend.
And
he's out!
Beautiful job by Stephen Loman. Again, the man never stops and he
My God, what an ebb and flow this round has been. Loman making him carry his weights.
Beautiful job. He's going to try to get out that back door. But Stephen Loman just seeing everything coming, spinning, circling, not letting you get that heel hook knee bar or positions. Wow. Beautiful work.
Efrain getting rocked from guard.
20 seconds to go in this round.
I mean, I was a fan before, but wow.
Efrain trying to hold on, ride this round out. Short time now.
Beautiful strikes. But see there again, he starts opening up, but then got too aggressive. Again, he's able to get back up, but we'll see what happens here. That left hand is landing constantly. And I believe Stephen Loman's nose is bleeding.
Nice counter knee there by Felipe Efrain. Both these fighters wearing the battle scars on their face at the moment.
Yeah, we see that swollen right eye of Felipe. Again, he's pushing forward, but he needs to keep on attacking. We see when he attacks, he's doing some significant damage. Well, again, we see Stephen Loman's nose now starting to bleed because of these significant strikes in the third round. Beautiful body kick. God, that hurt me. Wow.
10 seconds to go here in round.
Body as well.
Efrain continuing to stalk, but a little more active than he was the previous round, as you saw right there.
Beautiful right left. And you see how Stephen Loman went for the double, but Felipe grabbed that guillotine. Stephen immediately tried to circle out to the left side to finish it, but it was just too tight. He felt too dangerous and let it go.
I believe it's 1 for 12 in takedown attempts so far for Loman.
Loman using those long-range wushu attacks.
Oh! Beautiful left hand. And is he taking you down or making you pay for it? So just keep on throwing it until possibly something bad happens. You know, some people learn through experience. I'm sadly one of those guys. You know, I'm going to keep on touching the stove until I get burnt. And I still do it today.
Efrain having more luck with his stalking style. Down to 20 seconds.
And he goes for his own shot. Again, it's a nice thing to mix it up. Mainly.
Loman's a much more active fighter here.
Left hand.
2 more to deep to the belly.
And again, Felipe has to know that there's only 2 minutes left. He has to push the pace back because this happened, I believe, in the second round. So don't let it repeat again. You have to fight back, and your strikes do hurt Steven. So why not do them? Mainly if you're possibly losing this fight.
Oh, low blow. Accidental low blow there by Felipe Efrain.
Come on, Carter, will stop time.
And again, all accidental. They both went to throw the head kick at the same time. One leg went over the other, went straight to the groin. Again, not intentional. This stuff does happen. Beautiful shot. Making his opponent go all the way to the other side of the cage and just pushing the pace. If he wants, he can grind the remaining seconds of this fight here. Beautiful hip toss attempt by Felipe Efrain.
10 seconds
Both
to go,
men
ladies
moving.
and gentlemen.
You see how Felipe is just pushing forward. He wants to finish the fight out with a bang, but Steven moving
That's
appropriately
it,
well.
and that's it.
Great job.
Against the post guard. Oh! Shots are raining down hard. This is a typhoon. The sniper comes in with potentially fighting. Oh! Just like that one.
Over his overhand. Baseline makes sense. He goes to try, goes to the body and the head. Fourth round of fighting at the Green Arena. Oh! He dropped it! And it's the end!
This has to be the end.
Huge strikes from Loman by the champion. Oh! More time. Beautiful straight left. Throws the uppercut, just misses, and then boom! Overhand. Just separates Elias Smileboom Dexter from his senses. Follows up with a barrage of punches and elbows. Here we see him look at the referee as if to say, I don't need to hit this man anymore, it's done.
Taking on a man that could definitely be called a sniper himself, Franz Malambo, the Black Mamba, and here we go. Round number 1 of potential 5.
Two of the nicest guys in the world squaring off against each other.
Absolutely. And they fought before, and it was an absolute war. Malambo came out on the other side of it. Stephen Loman has gone on to capture the Bantamweight Championship, taking out Gadarshan Mangat.
Franz, since that loss, has been an absolute tear inside the promotion. Yes.
He really
Reeled off
has.
three first-round finishes, all by KO.
You know, I think that last win over Felipe Efrain was an absolute scene stealer. I mean, that was a beautiful win. His striking on point, and the power is most definitely there for the Black Mamba.
Oh, for sure. That right hand of his is patented.
Franz, when Franz Malambo was striking, he's like an artist drawing a masterpiece. He's fluid with everything he does. You can see he's calm, but he felt in the first fight he made a lot of mistakes on Loman. The bloody nose.
Stephen Loman, you definitely see that damage. That one big shot hurt him. Here comes Loman. He's charging forward. He tried to get the single leg, but great defense by Franz Malambo.
Loman didn't really set that up, just changed levels and charged. Malambo doing very well not to get it down, and that again shows the difference between the first fight, the original fight with these two guys. Franz stuffing the takedown and doing well against the cage here as well. Expect him to circle out, he has.
And they are back separated once again. And right at the range of the Black Mamba, where he can strike. 20 seconds. Big hands for Malambo.
Big
and
hands
he's got low.
Loman tries to reply with it, but Fran is looking comfortable and light, and his range is beautifully. There's a few times Loman's missed that kick as well. Fran just seems just in the right range for him. Of course, he's the lot taller striker and much more reach as well, and he's using and utilizing that reach beautifully so far.
Look at you kind of see that Stephen Loman's starting to get a little bit of a swagger. He's starting to get his movement in there, trying to hit his angles. He is the sniper for a reason. The guy has crazy power. Charging forward, can he bring him to the ground?
He's got the body lock.
It's gonna be tough.
Fran's
Malambo
shaking it
gets
off.
out of it.
Beautiful. He had the body lock. It looked almost complete. Hands clasped, but Franz looked brilliantly to.
I mean, you know, the list goes on and on. The guys that Franz Malambo gets to train with on a regular basis. I mean, as good as Team Lakai is, SPG has turned into one of the.
Loman goes to strike with
Look
a
at his
wild
strike.
hook.
Oh, there it is. There's the
Takedown.
timing.
Beautiful
There it
level
is.
change. Beautiful level change by Loman.
Well, he waited for a spot there, and now isolating the arm, Franz Malambo. Stephen Loman's going to try to pass.
You can see Franz just holding the left wrist, I should say, of Loman. And maybe going to try stuff it up, use them long legs as well, potentially attack a triangle.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. When you got those long legs, that's something you have to be working on a regular basis. That gives you an advantage in this division all day long.
You can see Franz is just, he's showing it, he's lost it there, but he was just keeping the open guard, getting ready to stuff the hand if required.
Both men just battling on the ground right now. Round number 2 of this potential 5-round fight. And you got to take it round by round. I think everybody here probably agrees that Franz Malambo had round 1, but Stephen Loman's going to make a good case for round 2 if it should go that long.
And this is exactly where he won the first fight. Dominating on top, taking down Malambo over and over again and just controlling him on the ground.
Franz just seems to be clamping up now, waiting for the referee to stand him up. Not a lot's happening. Now he moves. It's a bit of a scramble here, Loman.
Loman may just get a better position because of it. Malambo grabs onto the leg.
Nice trip by Franz to get back to his feet.
Here we go again. Great defense by Franz Malambo. It looked like he had that one, but he just lost the grip on the leg as he was charging forward, and Malambo was able to stay on his feet.
And I think what's allowing Franz to stop these as well is that he's keeping it in the range that he wants. So because it's in that kickboxing range, the long range for Franz, when he is touching Loman, he sees him change levels and rush. So it gives Franz that extra moment to react to the takedown. Loman's in on a double here, though.
Can he get it? Can he charge forward against the trip? And he does. Well done by the champion. He doesn't want to give up that belt.
And that was beautiful. He was charging forward and just got the little trip at the end just to...
It's muscle memory. You can tell, just the hours and the hours where, maybe Franz Malambo was working on that boxing and working on that striking. Stephen Loman was working on the wrestling, and that's the difference maker so far. It's something you just can't teach in such a short period of time. You just have to. Can he thwart the champion, Stephen Loman, in this position?
He's got about a minute left in this round to make something happen.
Franz slowly trying to walk it and get the
Franz
angle.
is a
Goes for
long
the
way,
arm. Retains the body lock, and that was good work by Loman. He tried to attack a submission, but when he seen it was gone, he just readjusted.
In an unorthodox position right now. Looks like he's going to try to go for that arm.
Franz is just trying to turn into him. Loman might be better off going back and locking up that body lock.
Well, let's give props to Franz Malambo right now. He has played this game very, very well. When you talk about a minute and a half to go, that's like an eternity when you got somebody on your back. Well done by Franz Malambo.
And as well, Franz is staying calm here, so he's not burning out his energy here. He is staying calm. Loman sneaking in under the chin.
There's a nice
It's not under the chin.
There's the buzzer. That's probably not the right time to go for the takedown.
Here we go. Can he get it? No, he can't get the trip. He tries to turn him, and he's going to jump on his back.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful work by Loman. It looked like he lost it. It looked like he lost it, and he just stepped over
He
Franz.
never gave up, fully committed to it. Wow, what a takedown.
He could end up in a great position here.
He needs to try to get Malambo away from that cage. The closer he is to the cage, the more apt he is to get out of this situation, and he's right in his own corner. So he's getting great instructions by his crew at SPG. comes the elbows.
And all
Small shots.
All just to disguise to try and push and advance the position as well. Loman, he's what I like about what Stephen Loman does. He sits and he gets in a position. He doesn't rush the pass. He sets it up like he just has. Steps across, looking into mount here.
Nearly got full mount. Well done by Franz.
Just looking to get a little bit of head control and hold Franz down. Franz looking to maybe book and shrimp and maybe retain full guard.
Really tough to deal with on the ground there is Stephen Loman. He has that really smothering style of wrestling.
Franz has got less than 3 minutes here to find a way to get up and finish this fight.
And I'll tell you one thing, you got to have that mentality when you come in somebody's backyard that you got to finish it. That is the end of it.
Yep.
Blood coming now as well from these elbows.
Seemed like it was only a matter of time until we saw a little bit of blood between these two, especially considering the first time around, there was a ton of blood. We're at the halfway mark with Stephen Loman on top in half guard and doing work and continuing to progress.
And I think Loman is happy in a half guard here because it's a good position where your hips are heavy and you can control your opponent.
Underrated position. You can do a lot of work.
John Kavanagh, interesting enough, calling for a leg lock sequence.
We'll see if he goes for it. He heard that very, very clearly.
Oh, big elbows for the champion.
Big right hands and big elbows from Stephen Loman. Like I said before, he does not want to relinquish that title.
Strong Stephen.
About a minute and a half left, guys.
All big shots as well, and this is why Loman is a champion. This is a championship performance right here.
Absolutely.
5-round war. Stephen Loman showing that he can go that distance, and that's a long distance to go. 25 minutes.
Oh, he's getting a little bit of space. He needs to get out of there, but Loman just, again, like a vice grip block around the body, and again, just controls the position.
Stephen Loman, he's trying to finish this fight by any means necessary, and Franz Malambo nearly got up. Couldn't quite get the separation.
1 minute to the end of the round.
Such a tight matchup, guys. You hate to leave it to judges, but it looks like we may be in that territory here with 45 seconds left. And the grinding continues by our champ.
A big fifth round by the champion. Once he's got the takedown, he's worked and he's sat in this half guard position, landing good shots, opening up a cut to Franz Malambo. Making life difficult. Franz has tried everything. He's tried booking. He's pushed away. He's got his distance, but each time he does, the champion just draws him back in.
Final moments, folks, and here we go. Looks like this is where we're going to end. Stephen Loman on top, the sniper. Did he do enough to hold on to that championship? That's it.